Hi there, this video tutorial is going to step through the Zapier integration. And so if you're not familiar with Zapier, first let's talk a little bit about who they are and what they do. And so Zapier is, I would say, the de facto standard in terms of moving data from one system to another system, or from one system to various systems for that matter. They're a very powerful tool, and pretty much every software vendor in the industry has some type of Zapier integration built in. And so this video is going to show you how to set it up inside of your ListingsMagic account to push specifically lead-generated leads from ListingsMagic to a Google Sheets account that you have using the Zapier Zap. That's what they call them. And so a little bit about what the challenges are. So, obviously we have lead generation tools built inside of ListingsMagic. And so the challenge that we have is, how do we get those leads from our system to your CRM package, whatever CRM package you may be using out there. And there are probably 100 or so different CRM packages just in real estate alone. And so if we were to try and build one to a specific CRM package, that's fine, and we've done that before. There are some that we built integrations with in terms of directly connecting to that CRM package. And so we build that CRM package connection, but then there's another CRM that comes along, and then another one, and so forth. And so the challenge is that we've got to build a custom solution for each one of these, moving that data between points. So it's time consuming. There's also updates that occur. And so for us as a company, and for any company out there, it's not a good, viable, long-term solution. So along came Zapier to solve that integration problem. And so now the leads come in, and rather than send them to the various CRM packages that are out there, we have Zapier do the heavy lifting for us. And so they will connect directly to your CRM and send that data on your behalf through Google Sheets, and we'll show you that here in a second. And so that's kind of how it works. And so let's show you the actual setup and where you go and create your Zapier connection. And so there's a couple places you'll find it in ListingsMagic. You can either hover over account and you'll see Zapier integration, or in edit account information you'll see it as well. And so you simply click on that, and you're going to have these steps here. So now that you're here, we're going to need a URL provided by Zapier. So let's step over to your Zapier account and show you how to set this up. There's a few steps in this process, so pay attention closely. It's not difficult, but it can certainly seem confusing if you're not familiar with this tool set called Zapier. So you're going to make a Zap. So that's the first thing you're going to do. Now there's going to be an option here to choose from some pre-selected options. What you're going to do is you're going to choose what's called a webhook. A webhook is simply a tool that allows Zapier to effectively hook data that we send to them directly. And so then you'll be given these two options. We're going to do a catch hook. So we're going to be posting data from our system to Zapier, and then Zapier is going to be posting that data to a Google Sheet in your Google Sheets account. And why Google Sheets? Google Sheets is free, it's easy to use, and it's standard that's in the industry that most companies will use that. It's easy to move data from their system to other systems that are out there. So now we need this URL. And so we're going to copy the URL that they have provided. This is what is called the hook, so to speak. And so you're going to come back here to that page that we just left. So you're back at your ListingsMagic account, so click over to that tab, and then you're going to paste that URL in here. And then just click on Submit. And we're going to have a lot of test data that we now need to send to Zapier. And you don't need to change any of this. If you want to, you can, but these are just test data. These are all the fields that exist inside of our Google Sheet that we're going to be sending. And by the way, we have a Google Sheet template that you can use. And I'm going to remove this row here so you'll see what this looks like here in a second. And so this template just has a single row with all the values of lead data that we send. So these are all the things that are possible for us to send to you or to your Google Sheet as lead information. So first name, last name, email, phone, cell, address, the property address, if it was connected to a property address, a property city, again, if these things are available, these are the fields that we'll send. So that's the Google Sheet. It'll all make sense here in a second. So once we have that in place, you simply submit that form that comes here after that first initial submit, and it is going to tell you if it's successful. You've successfully submitted your data to Zapier. You can now close this tab. Let's go ahead and close it. And you come in back to your Zapier and, okay, I did this. So that's what we did. So you sent a request URL and just say, okay, I did this because it was successful. It's now going to say something like hook A. It may be a different name, and it pulled it in. It took no time. It took 0 seconds to pull that data in, and you're set to go. So you simply click on continue. And now what we need to do is connect Google Sheets. So now we're able to send data to Zapier. Now we're going to tell Zapier, what do you do with it? So you click on add a step, and it's going to be an action search step. And now you're going to select Google Sheets. If it's not there, just start typing in Google Sheets and it'll show up in the drop down. And now the option that we want is create a new spreadsheet row. So we're going to have a spreadsheet that's going to capture all of our leads, and we just want to add a new row to that spreadsheet. So once you do that, click on save and continue. And now if you have not yet connected your Google account, this option won't be available to you yet. So you'll need to connect your Google account. You've probably done this many times before. Just give the permissions to Google to allow Zapier to connect your Google account. And once you do so, you'll have an option here with a checkbox. I connected a second time with, I guess it's the same account, and I don't know how to remove it. So you'll only see one probably here. But once you do see that Google Sheets option, just check that box and click on save and continue. And then now you're going to choose which sheet you want. So you don't have to worry about the drive. That's an optional one. If you have more than one Google Drive, you can choose it. I don't, so I'm just going to leave that blank. And now it's going to give you a drop down of all your various Google Sheets that are available. This is the one that we're referring to, the ListingsMagic lead template, and you can call it whatever you want. And again, we're going to send you a link. You'll have a link to that Google Sheet. It's you can copy it and paste it right into yours. But this is the one that I selected, Google Sheet lead template. And so I'm going to come back here, and then now you're going to have to choose which worksheet. And so by default, there's a sheet 1 in all of them. You can rename it. That's this option down here. It's by default sheet 1, so I don't change it. I leave it as is. And then now you're going to get all these other options. And so these options, when we set that test data, this is what that test data is used for. So now we're going to come in and do this drop down. Don't leave these blank. You're going to need to choose it's called mapping. So we're going to map the various fields. So first name is going to be first name. Last name is going to be last name. Email, of course, is going to be email. And you get the idea. So we're going to go through all of these and fill them out. And again, these are the various fields that we might be providing if they're provided by the lead. And so, and then if there's a property address, this is not the lead's address, it's the property address, property city, state, and zip. And then tags, comment, campaign, if there's a campaign associated with it, and then the source. Where did the lead come from? Again, you don't need to worry about the fact that it says Facebook here. Don't feel like it's going to always be Facebook. This is just that test that came through. Because now you'll see what I mean by that. We're going to actually send this test data to make sure that things are functioning properly. So once you click on continue, once that step is done, it's going to say, it's going to show you all these various fields. All you need to do is say send test to Google Sheets. So right now you'll see all we have is the row 1, which is all of the naming conventions. And now we're going to actually send a test lead. And so it's done. We come back here and you'll see now there's a new row that created. So everything worked as expected. We are done. And that is how you do or set up your Zap through Zapier. And we'll just call it, you can call it whatever you want to, ListingsMagic lead capture. And then you want to turn it on. And so now all the leads that come into your ListingsMagic account will be automatically pushed to your Google Sheets through Zapier. The next thing that you're going to want to do is take, and this is going to be something you're going to have to work through with your CRM manufacturer, CRM provider. You're going to be able to connect to your Google Sheets through your CRM provider and pull that data in each time a new row is added. And again, because there's so many CRM packages that are out there, we can't tell you how that's going to work. You're going to have to work with your CRM provider, but I'm certain that they have a Zapier Zap that you can connect to. Many of them have them integrated, and so once again, you'll have an add a step here to send that to, and again, thousands of different apps. For example, if you wanted to send it to Follow Up Boss, or if you use ClickFunnels, or Lions desk. So you'll see that there's a way to start pushing those zaps over to the various manufacturers, various CRM or vendors that are out there. So that's how this all works. Thanks for watching. Any questions, you reach out to us at support@listingsmagic.com. Email us at that email address. You can also chat with us in real time through our chat tool, or you can call us at 866-831-8639. Thanks for watching.